Yeah. You're making that face that everyone makes.
All right.
95.
Five Studio. Yes. Moving on.
Yeah.
Moving on to next question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you use comments, like in the comment section? Do you use it to guide what you should do next in a way? Like fuel you to create new content on your YouTube channel, on your Instagram?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Because in as much as, okay, it's my content and
Yes.
it's my platform,
Yes.
but also there are people watching who would like to see something else. So, I don't know, give the people what they want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess.
So I do. I take it into account and I consider things that people say in my comments.
Yeah.
But it hasn't been anything bad or,
Yes.
Yeah. Negative. It's
Yeah.
always been, okay, I want to see this. I want to see your skincare. I want to see your...
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Lovely. And your followers must be a lot of females as well.
Yeah.
No, sweet and lovely. I wish I could elaborate on that, but I have much to say. So,
Okay.
who's your favorite content creator and why? Like, sort of looking into internationally and locally.
Locally, I would have to say, I have to think about this.
Yeah.
Okay. Locally, definitely okay. Like
Yeah.
in terms of makeup, Hashi does a lot, and I'd like to say Jessica because I like editing stuff, and she edits IKR to the gods. So.
Okay.
It makes me want to know,
Yeah, yeah.
okay, she's doing this. How is she doing this? So I'd have to say Jessica and UK Arms
Okay.
locally.
Yeah.
Internationally, there are a lot.
Yeah.
There are a lot.
A lot of Americans, huh?
Yeah.
Jeez. They're always doing the most, aren't they?
Bruh. No, but we also do the most. What do you mean?
Okay.
What
My bad.
do you mean?
My bad. But like I think most of us are obviously influenced by the other states
Okay,
to
yeah.
you know what I mean, to get ourselves into like our competition is sort of like leading towards what they have done.
Yeah, no, it's true.
You know what I mean? And looking back, would you've done anything differently from what you're doing now?
I don't think so. I don't like living in the past, or I don't like thinking that way because I feel like everything happens for a reason, and had the things that happened not happened, then I wouldn't have been the person that I am. I wouldn't have learned the things that I have learned. For instance, I can be very lazy and inconsistent, and had I not gone through whatever I was going through, I wouldn't have realized that, and I wouldn't have made decisions to stop those habits. So I wouldn't change anything because I am the way I am because of things that happened to me back then. So no.
True. No, I agree with you as well. I don't think I would have actually maybe slightly certain things I would have like, oh, I should have done that. But so far I can say.
But do you think you'd be the person that you are had you not done them? Regardless of how bad they are or how much you regret them, do you think you'd be this person?
Definitely not. I think what has happened has led me to grow in a different way than I have expected. You know, I've done things that I never thought I could do. You know, so I've really got into out of my comfort zone and expressed the limits that I thought I had limits to. You know, so I've just got myself into
doing things you didn't think you were capable of doing.
Yeah, exactly. So I think, in the regards, it's getting one out of comfort zone is quite important. You know, because when you're comfortable, you don't grow.
You don't grow. No, you
So
don't.
you stay at the same level, and I think the one thing is many of us want to hear what we want to hear. So if people tell you the opposite of what you want to hear, you kind of like
You don't like it.
You don't like it, So I think it's quite important for for those who are able to accept that growing comes with a lot of challenges.
Yeah.
And discomfort.
So it's very important to have uncomfortable conversations with yourself.
There we go.
Yeah, makes sense.
Would also like to know.
Yeah.
What is your favorite and least favorite thing about creating content?
My favorite part would have to be, I guess, the final thing when you're done, when you're watching your content.
Yes.
I love doing that. I love watching every single thing so I can see my progress, my growth.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's my favorite because in that moment I feel so proud of myself. Be it I wasn't impressed with what I did before, but I feel impressed that I've grown so much that now I do things far more better.
Okay.
And the least part would have to be the editing, the work. No, editing is a lot.
Nobody likes that. No one likes that.
No one likes that. And that's what people don't understand.
Well, and I think that's where you make it or break it.
Yeah.
The editing part, eh?
Yeah.
Because if you do the opposite of what people want to see, then it's just downhill.
No, that's true.
Yeah, no, it's really important. Have you ever had any setbacks, of any kind?
With me, it just has to be school. Managing my school. My course is very demanding. It requires almost all of your time.
Yeah.
So it's establishing a relationship with my work and social media and myself.
Yeah.
That's been very hard to juggle.
Yeah.
And it can consume me. I won't lie. That was my setback. School started consuming me. It even started consuming my time. So yeah, that threw me off a bit. And when you're thrown off, you're demotivated. You don't want to do anything. So yeah, that was my setback.
What's the best piece of advice you would give to a newcomer, and people that want to be like you, people that see you behind the scenes, like, hey, listen, I need to be like Anne as well in a year's time or so.
Be kind to yourself. Don't put pressure on yourself. Just be kind to yourself, because I feel like we tend to think so much and put so much pressure on ourselves based on seeing people and thinking they're living a certain life based on what you see. But I mean, it's not all that. So just be kind to yourself. Be patient with yourself. I mean, we're all a work in progress, and there's no use pressuring yourself or forcing yourself because you want to meet that certain limit or standard. So just take every day by day. Forgive yourself if you don't do things that you planned on doing, and just be kind to yourself.
Never give up.
Never give up, and be kind to yourself, because in as much as we have our audience, but don't lose yourself because of your audience. If you tend to feel like you need a break, take a break.
True.
Yeah.
Don't be consumed.
Don't be consumed by the audience and the life and the work.
Yes.
Listen to yourself.
All right. You've made this quite short. You've made it quite short.
But can I ask you something?
For sure.
Go
ahead. Yes, you can.
Aren't you proud of yourself? I mean, in as much as you guys haven't really started doing this, but you're actually doing something and you've put thought into something.
You have no idea.
Right?
You have no idea. It took a while, I must say. It really, and I'm gonna tell you a story of how it actually came about. So this was a thing where we would exchange ideas. So we studied at K Block, or at Faculty of Arts, Sumana University, and in that environment, obviously you watch YouTube like anyone else. So the idea, from my side, the idea of starting a YouTube channel came about. It's like, well, maybe, I'll start a YouTube channel and I'll talk to KG, I'll be like, KG, maybe we should start a YouTube channel. But it was kind of thing that we talk about over like editing our images or having lunch or something, and then it will die there. It wouldn't go further because we didn't have the ideas of how to start. Which should we prefer, the right one or the left one? And it came to a point where Mseki, right, he's like, I was gonna start a YouTube channel. I'm like, okay, all right, you make money, man. Go ahead, you know. So, and then I had a meeting with him, and he said, well, he was asking, I can help you. What's gonna be the name of your YouTube channel? And I was like, man, I don't know. I really don't know what the name's gonna be. Now, it was so hard. I sat there for 10 minutes with him. I was like, dude, I really don't know, you know. And he left. I was like, all right, so let's see what happens. But on that night, we wrote down 9K5 on that day, and I was struggling. What can 9K5 go with, you know? So I was like, and we end up saying 9K5 K block something. I was like, no, don't do that. So I was like, oh, all right. And then 2 days went by. He sent me a WhatsApp voice note. He said, listen, dude, I think it's time to do this YouTube thing. And I was like, and I normally drive, or I push from people's energy. So if somebody's really energetic and really going about what they want to do, of course I really am a hard worker, you know. So I like people that really come with that energy, say, listen, I'm ready to work. So I'm like, all right, if I can match your energy, then let's go.
Let's do it.
You know what I mean? So when he sent me that, I was like, that's great, dude, all right. And then I hit KJ. I was like, KJ, I think it's time, you know. And KJ was like, man, we've been waiting, man, so why not, you know. So yeah, things go to a point. We had a meeting and I started discussing the name, and I was like, oh, I think we're gonna go 9K5, you know. And then someone mentioned studio. We're like, oh, hold on a minute,
9K5 studio.
9K5 studio
Makes sense.
And that's how our YouTube channel started. We're still young.
No, speak it into existence. You know? Started.
So we are gonna be big.
Yeah.
Yeah, trust me.
Don't say it doubtfully.
You know,
say it with confidence.
Like literally, we're going to be there. So, for those who've doubted us, watch the space. You know what I mean? So we really. It's been something that's been cooking for a long time. So right now we're not touching a let go. We just know what we want and we're just going for it. And we really have to have a lot of people on board as well. So it'd be great. Yeah, and that's how our story started. And from here on, we're looking forward to being the next Joe Rogan. So
you will. Don't say you're looking forward. Say you will.
Sure.
Yeah, say you will.
We will.
Yeah.
Be the next Joe Rogan.
Good. I like that.
You know, from South Africa. Hey.
I like that. For me, just I don't know if I'm talking too much.
Go ahead. Yeah.
For me, I didn't know anything about YouTube. If I have to be honest, I'm from Mthatha, and Mthatha is a small town, and back then I personally thought YouTube was just for like Americans, and that's about it. You don't make money off channels. Then I came to varsity, and everyone knew about YouTube except for me. And people would tell me, you should do a channel, you're quite funny. I'm like, what's a channel? And then I started looking at things, and Mihlali N was the it girl back then. So I'd watch her and I'm like, oh, people actually make a living. But I took some time. It's like with you guys, I'd say, okay, I should. And then I'd make up an excuse. Okay, but my phone. And then I'd make up another excuse. Oh, but I don't have this. But I think I really wanted to, just that I was just scared to put myself out there, because people don't understand that creating a channel is being intimate and being very vulnerable.
True.
So I was scared of that. And then I think it's when I had a talk with my mom. And then, because me and my mom have each other's backs.
Oh, sweet.
So, and my mom is one of those moms who tries to understand with time that things are changing, and education is not for everyone. Some people want artistic things. So I started having conversations with her, and when she was like, you know what, do it, because you really like makeup and you really like talking, you know? And then that's when I was like, you know what, let me do it, I guess. And even when I stopped doing it, because there was a point where I was just going through a lot and I stopped, she was the one who motivated me into doing it again. She was like, no, do it again, because you really like it. So yeah, that's how my little story started.
Great.
Yeah, and I'm speaking it into existence like you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will be something big.
Definitely. Why not?
You know? Yeah.
Definitely. I don't know if you have anything you want to add to.
No.
Not really.
No.
I guess
This is the end.
this is our end of the podcast. It was lovely having you into the studio.
It was lovely being here.
We hope to see you again sometime.
Definitely.
You know, I hope you guys have been encouraged and you got something out of the content today. And you've heard it from the horse's mouth, and as well, please do follow her on Instagram, Twitter, and all kinds of social media.
And subscribe to my YouTube channel.
And subscribe to YouTube channel, which I did.
Did he?
I did.
Did he?
Yeah.
Of course, your friends are gonna say yes. We know that.
I had to do research.
I'm gonna let it slide.
All right. This is your podcast, Anan K5. The one and only Mr. Emo Sir. We out. Thank you.
So we are gonna